What is good, my people, my peeps? This is a late night Friday night live. I did a live about an hour ago talking about coming out of your cave. But is that really what I wanted to talk about? It was part, I would have to say, of what I wanted to talk about. I hope you catch this live before I delete it. Because this right here is real talk. This live right here is real talk. These YouTube streets are something else. Matter of fact, I shouldn't really be surprised how fake they are. I really shouldn't be, because aren't we all in cyberspace? Yeah. Aren't we all in cyberspace? So I really shouldn't be surprised about how these YouTube streets are so fake. Especially, especially within this world, within society today. It's becoming more and more artificial. And you see, when a real person steps into a plane that is artificial, well, they stand out. I've always said I change the atmosphere in rooms when I enter in a room in the positive way, in a positive light. I change it. And it irritates the souls of individuals that operate within those walls, wherever I may roam. Whew. This is a real talk. This is a real talk on an artificial streets, YouTube streets, with all of these artificial people that you would think are bringing the word. Just before I got on here to bring this talk to you guys, just before I booted up this video, I had to ask the Most High, I don't know what. Really? Because I don't get it. Did I ask to come down here for real? In a female form for real? Because I see no real men around. I see none of them anymore. Maybe a few from my generation. Maybe a couple of young ones. But they are like dinosaurs from my generation. They're on their way out. Where are the real ones, Father, that are to lead the nations after we are gone? I see no one. It is perplexing to my mind. This has been my life. God. This has been my life journey. I can't understand Well, I go and mind my business ever since a child. Minding my business on the playgrounds in Germany. Strange boys just walk up and start to want to fight, throw sand. Yeah, back in my day, we had sand on the playground, you see. I can remember it like yesterday. That is my first interactions besides my brother. But see, my brother was a protective figure in my life. I had protective male figures in my life. So I know what it is when I see a true male figure. And when I see a boy, an adolescent growing up into his manlyhood, I can spot the difference. That may be the beauty of age. Yeah, sand. The playgrounds of Germany. You see, back in the day, maybe the Most High put me here to give you these stories of my life. Back in the day, our mothers did our hair, combed our hair. Our mothers were mothers. They took care of their children. To go outside and play, well, you didn't see a child go outside and play with their hair scattered all over their head like a wild child. They were still kept, you see, whether it be in their natural form or whether it be pressed. Yeah, that hot comb. Oh, yeah, I can see it now. Sitting in the kitchen, getting your hair washed, conditioned, blow dry. Come here, girl. Sit still. Don't move, because this will burn you. A hot comb placed on a fire, not no electric one that you plug in, a hot comb, they called it. It was time to press your hair, because school is next week, so you're going to wear your hair braided for a week, or you're going to wear it pressed in ponytails and different styles and beads, and yeah. What would you like your hair to look like this week? Pressed. It's Sunday. Okay. The whole wash day routine for a child. But it's Sunday and the sun is bright. Gang, gang. Wash day is complete. My hair is pressed, fried, dyed, and laid to the side. It skipped the dyed and the fried, but it was so laid to the side. The sun is still out. It's afternoon. There's no computers to play on. We need the power of play. Outside, fresh air, vitamin D. Yeah. Mom, can I go outside? The side eye. Excuse me? Didn't I just wash and press your hair? Yes, ma'am. Can I go outside, Mom, and just play? Okay, Nicole. But don't get any sand in your hair. I won't get any sand in my hair, Mom. I'm just going to go out to the playground because, see, we had playgrounds. And they filled the playgrounds with sand. Oh, for a black girl who just got her hair pressed, scalp oiled. So pretty it gleamed in the sunshine. Okay, Mom. Out the door she dashes to the playground. Nicole, myself, I'm talking in third person if you haven't picked it up yet. Down to the playground I run. The sun is still bright in the sky. Playing, minding my own business. Let me repeat that. Because see, I've always minded my own business. I'm playing in the sandbox. To turn around to two boys approaching, juveniles. Mm-hmm. No words were said. Hello, how are you doing? Koreatown, Los Angeles, California is in the building. Minding my own business, and two boys approached. No words were exchanged. Looked up. They were hovering over me. The light. Did I know it was the light at the time that exuded from my body? No, I did not. They bent down. My naivete self thought that they were going to speak. No. They grabbed clumps of sand in their hands, stood back up, and proceeded to throw balls, fistful of sand, into my hand, into my head. Oh, so you don't understand. I got to repeat that for the one time. They proceeded to throw fistfuls of sand into my hair. You see, let's say I can't recall, like Paul, whether I was in the body or in the spirit. When he was called up to the third heaven, Paul said, I can't recall if I was in the body or in the spirit. So I say to you tonight, I can't recall if I was in the body or in the spirit, but I do recall beating the brakes. Y'all don't know what that means, but it sounds so good, I want to repeat it. Beating the brakes off of both of those boys that day. For you see, you don't understand the depths of the Black culture by me telling you the first beginnings of this story that I was a Black Israelite. Let me be proper with my speech. A chosen one. A Black girl at the park on wash day. If you know, you know. What a fresh dew. Promising not to get sand in my hair, for I'm going outside to play by myself. I didn't invite any company to come and play with me, but company came uninvited. And they wanted to start a war. Well, no. Actually, they wanted to start a battle, and when I stood up, I proceeded to start the war because, yeah, I finished it off. Yeah. A black girl standing over two defeated young boys would stand. Sand. Oh, you must understand when I say sand. In a black girl's hair that had just been freshly washed, scalp greased. How those particles of sand clean. With no tears running down my eyes. 990. Just walking up 20 flights of stairs. Oh, for you see, we lived in military housing. Temps is what they called it. All the way to the top. Tippity tip tip top. Walking as I went. I can't even recall what I thought about. Maybe I thought about my mother and what she would say. I opened the door. What happened? My mother asked. Didn't I tell you not to get any sand in your hair? I explained to her the story. You may think that this story would end with my mother being so upset and, maybe a typical stereotype of a black mother would come across your thoughts to where she would have whooped my behind. Ha, psych, no. She proceeded to do the procedure all over again. I say procedure because it's a chore when it comes to our locks, which only empowered me even more, you see. But did those boys stop? No, 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 no. I was new on the block. Yeah, new to Germany. Oh, and don't get it twisted. Like I said, we had moved on to military installation from the countryside where we first lived in Germany. So these boys were black, not German, not white, my brothers. From another mother, no, my brothers. Yeah, jumped a sister. For what? No reason at all. Two against one. Isn't that interesting? That incident passed and school started, and I entered into school, and lo and behold, it's recess. Time to go play. Yeah, time to go play. I'm outside. You see, back then we had a game called tetherball. Not Mortal Kombat, not Street Riders, Fighters, shoot 'em up, none of that. Outside in the sun, getting that vitamin D. We had a game called tetherball. A pole. You grabbed a ball that had a string attached and you ran outside and hooked that ball that had a string attached to the pole. And if you had a classmate, well, that even made the game more enjoyable. You begin to hit the ball to make it wrap. You see, you had to wrap that ball around all the way around the pole to win. So you try to hit it with your might. But if your opponent hit it back, you're playing tetherball, back and forth, back and forth. All of a sudden, two boys appear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The same. Two boys who never knew my name. Only knew me from playing on the playground where they threw sand in my hair. Now they have approached again on the playground. I guess they have rebooted, resurged themselves. I can't even think of the word. They're back. Yeah, they're back. Smack, crackle, pop. It's a fight. Gang, gang. My tetherball buddy in the wind. Because she was a girl too. Gone. Snap, crackle, pop. You might think that I say snap, crackle, pop because they are. They've gone and rebooted themselves and gained their energy back from the first time I whooped that tail from the Sand Chronicles of Babenhausen, Germany. Yeah. That snap, crackle, pop, well, that was them, you see, getting that tail whooped once again. Round two. Believe me, this is such a true story. It's unbelievable. My life. The male figures, other than the strong male figures that I was raised with, coming in and out of my life. Snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop. Hey, stop it, a voice rings out. Well, it's the principal of the school. Stop it, I say. Who is he talking to? Is he coming? There's a male. He's coming to rescue me. These boys have been trying to jump me since I landed in Germany. Stop it, I say. Stop it. There's no rescue for you. He's there to rescue his homeboys. I get grabbed up by the arm. In shock, I say, eyes bulging out. Well, why is my arm being jacked up? These boys jumped me as I was out at play. I am in utter shock while these boys whimper like little girls. My arm is jacked and dragged, I say, to the principal's office. Well, you see, at the time, the system was so different. You wait right here. I'm waiting in the principal's office. Let's go. Out the door, down the street. Where are we going? For you see, we were on a military installation, a small post. Oh, this looks familiar. Oh, we are at the front door of my home. Knock, knock, knock at the door. My mother opens the door. Shock on her face to see me standing there. Standing there. Hair disheveled. Clothing disheveled. Principal's face twisted and snarling. Your daughter is going to be suspended from school. My mother's like, what? What is going on? Well, she got in a fight. A fight? With who? Two boys. Two boys? Really? Oh, how the tone and the atmosphere changed. Boys, you say? Two of them? Yes, ma'am. And she's going to be suspended. My daughter, you say? Yes, your daughter. She fought two boys on the playground today at recess, and she will be suspended from school. Well, may I ask you a question? My mother replied. Where are the two boys? They are back at the school. Really? In safe haven, back at the school? Are they going to be suspended? No, your daughter beat up two boys at the school. Do you not hear what I say to you? Are you listening to what I say? Yes, sir, my mother replied. For you are standing at the doorway of my home with my baby girl. And you say two boys jumped her and they are secure in the safe haven of your school? The silence. Nicole, step in. For you see, I was still standing right beside the principal. I had not even moved. Come into the house, Nicole. My mother told this principal, my daughter will not be suspended. You will go back to the school. And just as you walked my daughter home and demanded that I understand that she will be suspended, well, sir, I suggest you go back to that school and get those two young boys and walk them to their mother's home. For I and my husband will be at the school tomorrow to make sure that that has been fulfilled. And she proceeded to close the door. I tell you these incidents because those were markers in my life, dealing with young, immature men, boys. I can't call those men, those were boys. They basically were reenacting out what they have probably saw at their own homes, attacking women for no reason. You see, it's very important to watch children play, for they will tell you without words what they observe. And the adult male, for his actions, without listening to his words that so authoritatively rang from his mouth, but his actions. How you see, they told a story of hurt from him as well. I learned this at a very young age. That's a blessing that I received, that I got from the Most High, placing me in a household that didn't react right away, you see. Took in the information to see exactly where their reaction is coming from. Gang, gang. You go back down my timelines to some late night lives, you'll hear some other stories about my life dealing with males and the controlling aspect of boys who never matured to manhood. Maybe they got they made it to the milestone of adolescence. But did they make it to manhood? No. They made it to the maturity, the development of their body and muscles and facial features to look like men. Yeah. But inside, their actions portray them, betray them. I stay out the way. Try to not ruffle any feathers. But staying out the way is not exactly the way. Just like that principal tried to tell my mother who I was and what I did, and before he walked me down through our complex in our community, where you see the teachers and the staff members in the offices, these people who were on his level, you see, they believed what he told them who I was, not knowing that I was new to the community. Mm-hmm. Not knowing days before on a Sunday, a beautiful Sunday, sun shining, beaming Sunday, that these same boys jumped this little girl. And you must understand that I may go through my weight changes, fluctuations, and flows. But as a child, I was a buck 05 or less. I could have been blown by the wind. I was a small child, tiny. Then, recovering from being burnt over half of my body, third, second, and first degree burns on my legs. By the time we made it to Germany, I had just learned how to walk again. Did they know that to my story? No, they did not. A buck 05 little girl who had just learned how to walk again, just got on her feet, now must fight. There is no rest for the weary. This song always rings true. I hope that you get a chance to tune in before I delete this live tonight. But I heard this song when I was growing up, and this has truly been me, because people try to think they know you, and they don't, before they peg you on a board and say, this is who you are. This is who I have had to be. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. I've always been a rider, not by will. I think I was a rider in heaven. It was the Most High's choice for me to come down here. And I had to learn. Yeah, one more time. You don't want to fuck with me. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. Do I want to brag about that? No. Who wants to be, as a female, hard? Not I. I grew up in a different time zone, timeline, generation. I've always been a girly girl. Always. But the Most High God has, raising, always placed the warrior spirit within inside of me. Do I want to fight? Do I want to rumble? No. I'm a lover, not a fighter, baby. Yeah. It's amazing how life is. Generations come and generations go. Trends come and trends go. Coming up, I wouldn't have got a second look. But you see, this chocolate skin that I am in, nah, it's the 80s now. Coming back from Germany straight off the plane. The world has changed. For sure. Let's get it in. I hope you catch this live so you can understand. I said a hip hop. Yeah. Cool. Let's get this in because I'm feeling this right now. A hip hop, a hibbity, a hibbity, hip hip a hop. You know what? I think I need to go to YouTube because I gotta get y'all to understand the era and how I came through and how I ain't for the bull. Let's go to YouTube. This definitely won't be staying up, so I hope you catch it now. Sugar Hill Gang. This is something you youngsters might not know about, but this is when rap first hit the scene. This is when rap first hit the scene. It took about a year before it got to Germany. It had already been in the United States. But this is what busted it open wide. Okay.
My boss texted to pick up these gift cards and send them the PIN numbers.
Aw, yeah. Let's go. This is my childhood. I'm taking you back. Come on. This is when hip hop was true. Let's go. You don't stop the rocket to the bang bang, but you say up jump the boogie to the boogie and boogie beat.
Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to make you beat.
See, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. The purple and yellow, hey. Bang bang, the boogie to the boogie, say up jump the boogie to the bang bang, boogie say. You don't stop. Your body rock. Come on through. Next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song. Woo! Let me not get too caught up. That's when hip hop, which changed to rap, was real. Heard it in Germany. We were blown away. Flying back after 5 years of living overseas. Coming back to America, to a world that had truly changed. To a world where TVs had multiple channels. Oh my goodness. How things had changed. You see, it's not like you youngsters that are here and your world is so connected through these devices. Our worlds were so far apart. Years apart. Like travelers on the ocean seas. Before we got new information about new technologies, our worlds were far apart. Flying back in and HBO, Showtime, multiple channels. How do you operate these systems? We were over in Germany. We had no such devices. We went over there in the 70s, came back in the 80s. It was a whole new world. I came back different. A fighter. Did I go over to Germany to be a fighter? No. Did I come back as a fighter? Yes. A fighter. A fighter that you wouldn't suspect. A world that was different. The 80s. Kangos and gold chains and yeah, that was life. But dark skin wasn't in, my friend. But it was cool to hang out and pop lock and, dark skin was not in. There's a story, a childhood story, called The Ugly Duckling. I'm gonna cut it short. Well, it was a family of swans, not ducks, swans. Well, this egg happened to, I don't know how, make it to a family of ducks. Oh, the swan, well, excuse me, let me not get ahead of myself. The duck, once those eggs started to crack and the mother was brewing those eggs and warming them up to get them ready to crack, and spring forth into this life, you see, pretty little yellow ducks, little bright skinned yellow ducks. In the 80s, probably around my time. Yeah, there was one little dark duck. Everyone was shocked. Oh my gosh, this duck is so dark, so chocolate and smooth. Everyone in the city, matter of fact, this duck went over in Europe, was spotted out in the streets. The Europeans, the German people, the white folk would come up to this little dark duck and rub on her skin, and oh my gosh, Shern, they would yell. Shern, Shern. While people took pictures of this little dark duck. Shern, Shern. I remember that word. That's what they used to say about me. Shern. I remember my mom always keeping me active. Although I had just recovered from first, second, and third degree burns, putting me into cheerleading classes and squads and taekwondo, everything. Mother and father, they put us in everything. Shern, Shern, I would hear. Watching my brother play football as I was a cheerleader. Shern. Being pulled aside and this man taking pictures of me, and my mother was like, "What are you doing?" German man. Shern, Shern. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As a child, I knew not German that well. I didn't know what Shern meant. But these Germans, Shern, as they wanted to touch my skin. But I had to reverse and take you back. We flew to Germany, from Germany to the United States. It's the 80s now. Yeah, it's good times. But it's different times, you see. It's not, those echoes of Shern are long forgotten. See, if you wasn't yellow, you wasn't in, my friend. That was the age of the yellow bone. Yeah. But I was still, you know, always in the in crowd, but that was the age of the yellow bone. So as I grew, people, high school, we start to phase out, grow up. These social media sites start to pop up. Join, join. People are looking for you. So they see you as an adult and oh, it is a story of the ugly duckling. The ugly duckling was a swan, you see. The egg was raised by ducks. That swan, the skin was dark. It didn't match the family that the duck was in. Well, you see, those ducks were yellow. The swan was dark. Sure, sure, beautiful. But as a small little duck was shunned, but as that duck grew, sure, sometimes people that are not even in your family, not of your tribe, will see the beauty that lies within you and outside of you. Sure. As I grew, I didn't pay attention to my own outward or inward appearance, or neither did anyone around me. We were in the States. At that time, I'm glad that I didn't. For you see, I enjoyed life growing up, still having trials and tribulations. But they always seemed to be with boys, wanting to fight me. Now I can recall being told a story one time. I considered it as a story. Well, you know those boys, Nicole. They fight you because they like you. Little boys always fight you because they like you and they have no words to express their feelings for you. I remember hearing that, but I blew it off. That cannot be true because the boys are always wanting to come fight me. That doesn't even add up to me. But someone, I can't tell you who, told me they fight you because they like you. I would tell the little girl that same thing today. They fight you because they like you. They don't have the words to express that to you. As I grew up and these social media platforms start to develop and pop on the scene, it was so funny to me. Classmates that I had grew up boys, they fight you because they like you, had no words for me then. But now, you know I always had a crush on you. Really? Never knew that. No, I didn't know you always had a crush on me. Matter of fact, didn't we get into it? I believe you wanted to fight me. But in the back of my mind, I could hear that person saying, you know, they fight you because they like you. They fight you because they like you. Wow. But sometimes I feel, maybe it's just me, they need to express themselves better. Because violence doesn't appeal to me. It just triggers me to want to fight back. Yeah, fight back. Stand my ground. How I've always been taught to from my mother with her words. Calm, smooth words as she spoke when the principal tried to put the blame on me without any logical reasoning. As my brother taught me how to fight being jumped. You see, the young girl that went to Mexico with her friends, what a tragic end. For I went through that in Germany, not understanding, but I was young. But thank God they were young as well. But that changed my whole world. Thinking that you're amongst friends, you have to watch everyone, you see. Kiki, ha ha, laugh it up. But don't get it twisted. Always stand your post. Because you never know when they might call you in for breakfast and say, let's eat breakfast, it's time. The sleepover is over. Let's go in the back room, and you just might get jumped. So like I said, I came from Germany as a fighter. Not only a physical fighter, a mental fighter. I see the hurt vessels that come after me, whether they be men or women. And I hope that you will be able to see, for we all are vessels. Have the discernment, like my mother, to speak calmly when you see that the blame is being placed on you, or being placed on them, your children, whomever. Speak calmly. Have discernment. But always know that I am a fighter. Ooh, that was my day. That was my day. Hey, let's get some of these. I like to say hello. Do I, what is this? The trust will set us free. I'm well, thank you. What part of the world are you located? I am in Texas. I am Texas, yes indeed. So, I'm going to get out of here. Sometimes in life sets us up, the Father, the Most High, puts in us the spirit that is in us, in these vessels that we're riding in. I hear that, oh, you're a target individual, and gang stalkers are targeting you because you have this evil spirit and all this craziness. Maybe the Most High has woke you up. You've already been walking in evilness. Hello, come on. You've been walking in the darkness. The Most High has woke you up. Gosh, these doggone. Oh my gosh. And and I'm like, why, Father? Why is it the men? I mean, men that are set in their ways won't listen to, well, a lot of them won't listen to women. You see, a lot of them they've been hurt by women. That's why they won't listen. They feel women have no wisdom. That's why they won't listen to women. Matter of fact, some of them think that women have been placed down here to be their slaves. That's why they won't listen to women. But they are so naive. Oh my gosh, when I look around, they're so naive. When you look at any, from your Bible to any infrastructures that have a political party associated with it, you see, there's never been a single president. Hello, holla back. There's never, let me say that again, anywhere been a single president. You see, there has to be that two-party duality. You see, when they set up this democracy, they knew. When you laid down at night, that pillow talk, you okay, baby? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm all right. You sure you're okay? Let me rub your back, baby. I know in the Bible, they like, don't pillow talk. Don't pillow talk. The Most High didn't give you a helpmate not to help. Let me say that again. The Most High didn't give you a helpmate not to help you. And he sure didn't just put women on this earth to be sexual toys for you men. But like I said, I've always got tried as a young girl. And I've always stood my ground. And I know that the Most High knows that I picked a little bit when it came to my husband. I picked. Maybe it should have been him picking. I mean, he picked too, you feel me? But we hear this, oh, the women should pick. The women, no, the husband will find a wife, right? Mm-hmm. But even then, I had to be a rider.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. Don't wanna fuck.
Let's get ready to rumble. If people truly knew my full life story, they would know I'm not afraid to go see my father again because I've already been there and back. Truly. There's nothing scary in the afterlife. Let's get ready to rumble. The veil is lifted. And there are some entities walking on this earth that think that you are afraid of them. Show them that you are not. Stand in your power. Stand in the truth. I'm out, and much, much love.